I am very, very late to Ojamajo Doremi. I just finished watching its first 51-episode season, and it was a blast. It aired from 1999 to 2000 and is widely acknowledged as one of the predecessors to, that one. So its legacy is not to be ignored. And what is its legacy? One of lucrative plastic toys, sure, but mostly one of fun and artistic expression, one of letting your passions run wild and indulging in the freedom to enjoy things simply because you enjoy them. Ojamajo Doremi is a magical girl show about a few girls who become witch apprentices and occasionally get up to magic hijinks, but who are mostly just concerned with going about their everyday lives and having fun. Unlike a lot of more recent magical girl fare, and to be clear, the magical girl fare that I'm familiar with, and I imagine that you know exactly what I'm talking about, this show is not about teens or tweens or young adults coming of age or growing up, looking toward the future or anything like that. These girls aren't concerned with what they're going to be when they grow up. They're just kids, and they're perfectly happy and content just being kids. And it's in that, for lack of a better term, childish spirit that we find a lot of the fun of Ojamajo Doremi. Because it's not just the kids looking to have fun. The production staff clearly had a lot of fun with this one too, and it shows. You can boot up any random episode and find no end of silly facial expressions and fun animation moments that are all entertaining in and of themselves and reflect a passion for fun and creativity among the staff that brought those moments to life. In short, Ojamajo Doremi is all about fun, and fun is had by both the characters and creators. To further reinforce that sense of childish glee, most of the problems faced by the characters in any given episode are very self-contained and pertain to indulging in or accepting one's happiness, like this one kid who really loves kaiju, or this one girl who loves pro wrestling. They might get made fun of for their hobbies, but ultimately all that matters is that those things make them happy, and everyone is made happier when they and the people around them accept that. Kids having fun, indulging in what they love is the name of the game. A kid's problems don't need to be world-ending to be meaningful. All they need to do is feel that way to them. This applies to the main crew, too, whose primary concerns are very personal and self-contained. Aiko and Onpu have small parental concerns, Hazuki is fearful but cheerful, Pop can't seem to wake up, and Doremi really wants to get her hands on some steak. But even with those looming concerns, they spend most of their time happy, having fun just hanging out together. Even this show's take on magic plays into the whole kids just having fun being kids angle. With a handful of exceptions, there's no concrete set of rules and laws governing the magic of Ojamajo Doremi, no larger world or lore to explore. Magic is not about power, nor a metaphor for the wider human experience or anything. Rather, magic simply exists for the girls to have fun with. They just say some nonsense incantation and say what they want to happen, and then that either does or does not happen. Magic is used just to fulfill whatever need or desire happens to be on the girls' minds or pressing in any given moment, and since they're kids who mostly want to have fun in a show about having fun, they're going to use their magic to, of course, have fun. Maybe they'll use it to conjure up some steak, or maybe they'll use it to try to help some kid win his soccer game. In any case, it's all about helping themselves and the people around them to have a good time. And a good time they had, and a good time I had. Of course, just because it's all about fun doesn't mean Ojamajo Doremi doesn't have its moments where it slows down and gets serious for a minute. It does dabble in the heavy-handed, like that one episode where a girl's pet dog gets run over right in front of her, which, alright, maybe that one was a bit much, like, yikes, man. But even in moments like those, the show always manages to bring back the joy. That girl rediscovers her love of caring for animals, just as the show will always return to its childlike love of fun. This show is simply a good time, and what else really needs to be said? Well, a little bit more. See, there is one confounding variable here that, despite frequently fading into the background, is nevertheless ever present and cannot go without mention: the element of personal responsibility. This show wants the kids watching to have fun, but never at the expense of another. The season opens with Doremi accidentally cursing her witch mentor, trapping her in the body of a frog forever, unless Doremi can become a witch herself and reverse the curse. She, Hazuki, and Aiko spend the whole season working toward that goal, helping out at the shop and doing witch training in order to make up for Doremi's mistake, in order to help the person she accidentally wronged. Though Doremi is often the most immature of the group, in this way she still takes responsibility. Onpu too spends a lot of her screen time making mistakes, casting forbidden magic that she's warned over and over could do irreparable harm, and when she eventually has to pay for her mistakes after a courageous act to save the group, owing her their lives and wanting their friend back, the group resolves to take responsibility and give up their magic in order to save her. This show wants you to have fun and be happy, but never at the expense of others. Not at the expense of a witch trapped in a frog body, not at the expense of a friend cursed to a 100-year slumber. So yes, go have fun. Just make sure you don't hurt anyone along the way. So that's Ojamajo Doremi, and if it somehow wasn't clear enough, I had a really good time with it. It prioritized fun over everything so that there was rarely a dull moment. Everything about it was fun, from the presentation to the characters and even the magic. It was a good time, and I'm happy I finally got around to it. And I've still got, what, 3 seasons ahead of me? That'll be a good time, but maybe I'll keep those to myself. Yeah, can't make everything content after all. Actually, knowing what my next upload is, that sounds terribly ironic. Thanks for sitting through my rambling about a children's magical cartoon show. Got any favorite moments from Ojamajo that you'd like to share? Leave them in the comments. This has been a viewer's choice video. See the description to vote on the topic of the next video. Hopefully I remember to do that. Be on the lookout for more uploads soon. You know, sub bell or whatever. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to be gay and do crimes.